Hello, it's Rosina again. So I hope you enjoyed learning Jacquard mosaic crochet yesterday. We're actually going to carry on a little bit more of the same technique today. And actually the pattern today is very similar to yesterday, so it's just sort of offset a bit. So hopefully you'll find this one nice and easy to do. Okay, so today we have got this lovely rich honeycomb colour in our little box 10, day 10 box. So I'm going to start with, as we have been, with a standing double crochet. There we are, through both loops. So you work that through both loops there. There we go. So row 1 of day 10 starts with 4 more double crochets. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we're going to drop our little front loop treble down here. So if you're a little bit confused about where to put your hook, you know, where to make your stitch, just if you straighten it out, you should be able to see, rather than going there, going straight below. You can also double check by counting your unused front loops. So we had, after this first one here, we had 1, 2, 3, 4 double crochets. So that'll be 1, 2, 3, 4 front loops we're not going to be using. So that just confirms our trebles going in there. Okay, like so. So now all we're going to do to finish that first repeat, again, make sure you just miss that one stitch behind. You can see it there. And then we've got 3 more double crochets. So that is the end of our first repeat. So we're now going to start again. So hold on, there's our 3 double crochets. So that is our stitch repeat. So we're now just start again, 4 more double crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 1 treble in that front loop 2 rows down. So basically that is what you're going to be repeating. You're going to actually have a little run of 7 double crochets, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, which will be 3 at the end of this, of one repeat, and 4 at the start of the next. So that's what you carry all the way along. So until you get to the end, when you won't have room for 7, you'll just be basically doing the 3 from the end of that final repeat, plus 1 more to even up the pattern. So we've got 5, 6, 7, 1 front loop treble, whoops, 1 front loop treble, and then we finish off the repeat with 1, 2, 3 double crochets. And so when you get to the end of that row, so it's to the last 2 stitches, so we've got 2 left, so we've now got 1 double crochet which will even up the repeat, and actually another double crochet which we'll have at the end of every single row. Okay, so that is row 1 of day 10. Okay, so we're going to do the wrong side row is exactly the same as we did yesterday. So we've got our turning chain, double crochet in that first stitch, and then we're just going to be doing off double crochets for most of that row, like all the way to the last stitch, just in that front loop. So exactly the same as we did yesterday. So double crochet in the front loop all the way along to the last stitch. So once you've done that, I will then see you for row 3. Okay, so I've now just got to the last stitch on row 2, which, as always, is a double crochet under both loops there. Okay, so now we're going to turn around with a turning chain, and we're ready. There we go. That's what it looks like now when we're ready to start row 3. So row 3 is going to begin with a double crochet, like so. And then we actually have one front loop treble 2 rows down, so we're going into there. Okay, then we've got 2 double crochets, so make sure you miss that one stitch behind there. So 1, 2 double crochets and 3 front loop trebles. So what you should find, we see we've got 3 there, so they are centered over this one that we did on row 1. So you've got a little triangle starting to form there. Don't quite get under all of the, there we go, that's better. So we've got 3 trebles, front loop trebles 2 rows down there, and then 2 double crochet. So make sure you've missed 1, 2, 3 stitches behind. Then you've got your 2 double crochets, and then we start again. So that is our first repeat. So then start again with a front loop treble 2 rows down, two double crochets, 1, 2, and remember they're through both loops. All the double crochets are through both loops when you're doing jacquard mosaic. And then we've got 3 front loop trebles, 1, 2, 3, and 2 double crochets. And that's 2 repeats done. So just carry along until you get to the last 2 stitches. And then we end with 1. If you do struggle to get into the stitch there, which if you hold like a sort of pencil hold, you might find it's harder sometimes to go down. But however you hold it, if you do find that your loop is a little bit tight, what you can do, obviously you've got a hook, just put the hook in there, that makes it a little bit easier. Okay, so as we're doing a front loop treble there, just might help you pick that up if you're struggling a little bit like I was there. And then we mustn't forget right at the end here, whoops, if I can get my hook in there, there we go, that we've got our double crochet through both loops. Okay, so that is row 3 done. So now what you can do is just like we did on row 2 and on all the wrong side rows yesterday, just do your 1 turning chain, and then you'll have a double crochet, a normal double crochet at the beginning, then a whole row of front loop double crochets, and end with 1 through both loops again. So exactly the same as we did on row 2, and I'll see you ready to do row 5. Okay, so I've now done row 4 there. So we're now just going to turn around, remember to do our turning chain, and just show you the front there. So that's what the front is now looking like after 4 rows of day 10. So we're going to start row 5 with the double crochet as we always do at the beginning. Okay, and then we have 2 more double crochets, 1, 2, then we have got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 front loop trebles 2 rows down. Okay, and then we end the repeat with 1 double crochet. So now we're going to start again. So that was our repeat. So just start again, 2 double crochets, 1, 2, then 5 trebles 2 rows down. So we're just making our triangle a little wider. There's going to just be a little run all the way along, basically of 5 trebles into that front loop, 2 rows down, and then 3 double crochets. So you're going to repeat that all the way along until you get to the end. 2, 3, 4, 5. Whoops, get in there. So then our repeat officially ends with 1 double crochet, and then after that we should have 2 stitches left, which we have, and we just pop a double crochet into both of those. There we go. So that is row 5. So now just one more row left to do, which is exactly the same as all of the wrong side rows have been over the last 2 days, which is basically your front loop, double crochets all the way along. So just the same as you've done on row 2 and 4 here. Okay, so this is now how the end of part 10 should look from the front. So you can just slightly see this sort of lovely little textured, you can see, it's hard to say with the light, the textured triangles there. And hopefully you can see why I call it Jacquard mosaic, because it gives you that sort of, like the Jacquard fabrics, that's sort of the design is all in texture rather than colour. And on the back you also get another quite nice little textured pattern too, so I quite like that.